Hey guys, it's episode 250. Just a little update about our car. Turns out it wasn't really a startup problem. It was more of because the battery was dead. But like I said before, people did have a startup problem with that model of car. So I'm not exactly sure if it's a good car to get. I mean, like, it's good, but yeah. But our car battery was dead and we needed to replace it. We finally replaced it, and my dad got it replaced, and now it's working perfectly fine. It's just that it was a bit of a hassle because of the fact that it ran out of battery, and then we needed to go to, like, in our area, it's more convenient to drive and it's inconvenient to take the bus because the bus doesn't really go, like, after 4 o'clock. It starts getting really bad. Like, buses normally come every 30 minutes in Mississauga, but after like 4 o'clock p.m. at night, it starts coming, like, they start coming like every 1 hour or like way later, so it gets really annoying. The only place that it's convenient to go to is to Square One, which is the mall that's a bit further from us. Like, even Erin Mills, it's like after 4, you can't get home until like 10:30 because of, or 8 o'clock, because of just how the buses run. And when you go on buses late at night in our area, I find that they tend to change their routes and how they get to places. So it's very inconvenient if you don't have a car, and it's even more inconvenient because a lot of people have to work pretty far from home. So my dad works near Toronto and Markham, which is pretty far, and it's really inconvenient if you don't have a car. It takes like 4 hours to get to that area, like in Markham and Toronto. So it does take way longer to travel by bus. So I don't really recommend it. Like, that's why having a car is sort of like more convenient in that way, just because this isn't like, it's not fun if you have to wait for the bus and you have to keep transferring and it takes like a long time. Also, it's really confusing if you go on Google. Like, if you search up where the bus stop is, you can't really find it. Me and my brother once almost got lost because, like, we were trying to find a bus stop and it was telling us, so like, there's a bridge to a Walmart. Like, you go to that area and there's a bridge and you're supposed to actually, if we walk straight, it would be to the bridge. But Google was telling us to go all the way backwards, which means like, we would have to go so far back to the point we might as well walk all the way to the Walmart, which is, again, it's just inconvenient if you don't have a car in our area. Something about, like, the buses and their routes and their schedules, it seems to be really not that well good for people to go. So I guess that's why people in general prefer to go by car. Like, they're supposed to promote going on the bus because it's better for the environment and stuff, but I think it really drives people away from going on the bus if it's inconvenient. So yeah, basically, yeah, that's my little update about our car. It's perfectly fine now, and now we can go places. This is from Van Helsing, which is this company. They only have stores and outlets, and to be honest, we never heard of this. Me and my dad never heard of this store because it's only in outlets, like it's in Vaughan Mills. We went to Vaughan Mills and saw it, and they were having a sale because it was Canada Day, but I think my dad said a lot of the shirts, if you look at the pricings, they're a bit more, they're cheaper than regular stores like Eddie Bauer's, just because they are in outlet stores, so they tend to be more cheaper. I noticed some outlet stores like in Vaughan Mills, like Tommy Hilfiger. Vaughan Mills is an entire outlet store, but a lot of the things are not that cheap. They're still quite, like, they still seem to be like the same pricing as regular stores, so it's kind of weird in that way because outlets are supposed to be slightly cheaper. But I noticed that a lot of the stores that you go to there, they don't really have a discounted price set for their stuff. And I think they're supposed to if they're outlet stores. So yeah. So they were having buy one get one like free for the ties, and for those of you who do not know, I'm pretty sure I didn't really mention this on my channel, but I like wearing ties in, like, cause I'm not one for formal clothing, but I do like bow ties and ties, like that type of stuff. But if I needed to look formal, I just put a tie on, and it's kind of different because I'm a girl, so normally girls don't, like, women don't wear ties most of the time, like, unless it's like a fancy restaurant or something. But I really like to wear that type of stuff, and that's also why I don't know, like, just about it, like, something about it is just like, it's simple for something fancy. Like, I can just put it on and then I can wear it, and it's not inconvenient. I don't really like wearing fancy dresses and stuff, so most of the stuff that I would wear for like formal is like those collared shirts, and to me it doesn't seem that fancy because I see my dad wearing collared shirts all the time, so I'm like, I'm going to put a tie on my neck so that way it looks more fancy. But yeah, I don't normally buy a lot of ties. I only have like 2, but yeah, I just thought these ones looked nice, and they were $40 each, but it was buy one get one free. I find ties to be quite pricey, so I normally don't ask for ties. So yeah, so this one is a purple, like dark purple, lilac, and there's a white in the middle, and then there's a black, and then there's this silver color with dots striped there, and then yeah. And the next one is kind of like it's a gradient, like the dark red gradients to light red, and then there's a stripe of white, and then there's a black gradient to gray, and then another stripe of white. So it's kind of like that. I really like these ones. I did see another purple one, and it had like the crossing like this way too, but I felt that was a bit too busy in a way. It was like there were just a lot of stripes, so I thought it was a bit difficult for me to look at, so I just wanted to choose like simple stripes. There was a pink one, like there was like a pink and a gray one. I was so close to getting it, but I saw this one. It was the last one, so I got it because I really like the red. But normally I don't see this type of pattern on ties, so I really wanted it. Also, this one kind of reminds me of Bunny Lord, so he normally doesn't have anything fancy, cause we're like 18. Well, he's 17, so he's not as old as me, but we're basically the same grade. But the thing is that we're not, usually if we like go outside together, there is nothing like fancy. So I can tell that we both don't have a lot of fancy clothing. Like, we don't wear fancy things often because I don't know, I think it's inconvenient for a lot of, I don't know, me and him find it inconvenient to wear these types of clothing. It's just like, because I notice that a lot of people, like girls my age, they want to wear fancy clothing and they want to look nice, and for me, I just find it's sort of inconvenient, and plus they do cost quite a bit, so, and plus I can't find anything that like is my preference of things, because when I look at something, when I look at a piece of clothing, I'm very picky on like how it looks. Like, it can't be too, it has to be more simple. It can't be overly decorated or anything. So that's kind of just how I feel about clothing. But anyways, here is the two ties. Yeah, they were each $40. Actually, it was like you can mix and match for buy one get one free, but all of them that I saw were like $40. So I don't know if there were any that were cheaper. I was wondering that, but anyways, either way, they would make you pay the highest price, and then they would make you get the lowest price for free, because normally that's how discounts work. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. My next video will be I'm hoping I can do my coloring video. I just wanted to kind of update you guys about my car, like my family car, and like how it works now. And also show these two, because I did show the bag that I bought from them as well, so I wanted to show this. I did mention these in that video, so, but I couldn't find them because they were in my dad's bag. So yeah, bye.